Hey everybody, I'm here with Chris from UnBound 216. We actually partner with UnBound 216 to help out, especially with the BTS Prison Initiative. And so I thought it would be fun, just take a couple minutes to talk with Chris and hear about his ministry. So Chris, tell us about UnBound 216 and what you do and what you're currently up to.
Yeah, Dave. Well, first of all, we couldn't do any of what we do without Birmingham Theological Seminary. So like where we are at Bibb County Correctional Facility in Alabama. BTS was there before us, starting there, Dr. Thad James. We're so grateful for him. Also the president of UnBound 216's board. Doing ministry already in Bibb County Correctional Facility. And then I know that there was the need for that reentry component, and that's what we are. So we come in, we're a biblical discipleship program that's bringing that reentry component, that's preparing men for transition to the outside. But of course, with that belief that it's not behavioral modification or any of those that will bring that transformation, that change. It's gospel transformation. And so getting them in the scriptures, getting them in, this content that's helping them learn what it is to be a biblical man, preparing them to be good biblical fathers, biblical men, biblical management and finances, all of that for the outside. And then we have an outside component as well. That's what I am, outside program director, where we're meeting them at the gates. We're partnering with churches, and we're just trying to help get them set up for a successful future, glorifying the Lord.
That's fantastic. I mean, it's really fun to kind of just see, especially people who might be here who might be checking out either BTS or they might be checking out UnBound, and just how the two institutions work together with the shared common goal of, we want to see the gospel go into the prison. We want to see the Holy Spirit be at work. We want to ultimately see folks get out of the prison system and be productive members of the society to love God and serve Him. And it's just kind of neat to be able to see that we're really all just kind of one little link in the chain as to what God is doing. And so, especially if people who are here who are watching this who may be unfamiliar with UnBound, do y'all have a website they could go visit?
We do. So unbound216.org. So unbound216.org. You can learn more about who we are. Some of the events coming up. Like right now, we're in the middle of a walkathon where we have churches all over Alabama walking in the.
I need that.
Yes, I need it too. Yeah, but it's the walk to end recidivism. So the recidivism rate national is 80% right now, and so really tragic numbers that those that are coming out of prison in our nation, 80% of them are going back to prison, reoffending, going back to prison. But with UnBound 216, we thankfully have a recidivism rate of less than 10%. So we're seeing that gospel transformation taking effect, taking root, and men that are getting out, that are getting on their feet, and they're going out, they're getting great jobs, they're starting families, they're building homes.
It's great.
Glorifying the Lord, getting involved in their church. So we're really excited about that. But really, I want to say about BTS, Birmingham Theological Seminary is the theological backbone to what we're trying to do. Like really, a lot of our leaders have been trained through Birmingham Theological's Prison Initiative program. And so, and they serve as the shepherds in UnBound 216. So that partnership, it's so cool to see how we can just like-minded serving the kingdom together for these men.
I know for me personally, it's been one of the highlights of me even working with BTS is just seeing what God is doing in Bibb County. Just this tiny little sliver of these men who are coming to know the Lord, and they are reading and they're learning and they're growing. And probably some of my favorite kind of things that I've seen in the BTS world, especially is like the graduation, where these men, they're in cap and gown, but with their prison uniforms on, but receiving theological degrees. It's amazing when you think about it.
That they earned.
Yes. And then, you hear about some of these guys that they're going to be released from prison, and their whole outlook on what they want to do moving forward has completely shifted. And I think a lot of that has to do with your work, with the work at BTS, with people who have been praying, supporting the work. It takes an entire army of people to help this happen. But, I've always said if anybody gets discouraged about, is God still at work? Is He doing anything? I'm like, just go see what God's doing, especially at Bibb County, especially through institutions like yours. If you are prone to, doubt that God's at work, I'm like, all you got to do is look inside the walls, and you'll be amazed at what you see, which is, I think, super encouraging.
Oh, it ministers to me. It blesses me. I mean, what began as UnBound and BTS has now grown into UnBound, BTS, Ligonier, Reformation Bible College. So you now literally have men that can start with UnBound 216. They can go on, they can get bachelor's degrees, they can get master's degrees through BTS. It's incredible. By the time that they leave prison, they can have a seminary degree, bachelor's degree, and be, ready and equipped for reentry.
I mean, isn't that fantastic?
Incredible.
Which is, it's amazing. So, just with the little bit of time that we have left, I can tell that, obviously you're excited about it. I'm excited about it. How can folks be praying for your ministry? Do y'all have any specific needs that folks could be lifting up?
Definitely be praying. So, for continued institutional support. So we can't do what we do if the wardens, the officers, the Alabama Department of Corrections, if they aren't behind us and supporting us in what we do. And so, and of course, they've got prisons to run and security run, but we really do feel like that the change that's happening in Alabama prisons, a lot of that is due to the ministries that are coming in that are bringing the gospel, and we want those, the Alabama Department of Corrections to see that too, and continue to support this. So just continued institutional support. Also, just praying for the men, that they would just continue to endure the sweet fellowship that they have with each other, supporting each other, that the Lord would just continue to feed that, to bring that growth. And also just blessing the partnerships. Again, the partnership we have with BTS, with Ligonier, with RBC, up to this point, it's really been beautiful how everybody's been able to come together and work for this common cause, where, we see with a lot of ministries, sadly, or churches, there can be some competitiveness sometimes. But thankfully at BIB, we haven't really seen that. We've seen everybody serving in this together. So just that those partnerships would just continue to flourish and thrive.
Man, those are great prayer requests. And I hope anybody watching there, if you're considering BTS, if you're considering taking classes, we'd love to obviously speak with you. But also, if you have a heart for inmates, if you have a heart for prison ministry, definitely check out UnBound 216. You can also go to our website, and under About Us, you can find the partners page. In UnBound 216, there's a link to our website. Or you can go to unbound216.org.
That's right.
And make sure, it's unbound216.org, and go find out more information about that. But Chris, thank you so much for taking a couple minutes to share kind of your heart and what God's doing through UnBound 216. It is our joy and privilege to be able to partner with you as BTS. We hope for many years of wonderful partnership ahead. Hope that folks will pray, be encouraged about what God's doing, and folks will come and check out UnBound. So thanks for taking a few minutes.
Thank you, Dave.